Shout out to you because you're tuning in. This is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, and this is the Shay Godiac for all my pissies out there. All you goddamn fish. Okay? All you goddamn fish. Alright? So that's what we got going on here. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And if I forgot to mention, click, clack, like, share, subscribe, and thrive in that order, the order of operations, okay? Also, cuffing season is now officially here. And some of you Pisces do have a victim that you want to wrap in your scales, okay? I suggest what may be of interest to you that you might be able to freak with great success is a 3-day binding spell. There's two different kinds: a bring your ass here to me one, and a keep your ass here. Now, you know better than I which one fits the bill. For more information on that, just look in the description box. They will be discontinued soon, probably within the next few weeks. So if you have been interested, now is the time. Okay? Things do take some time sometimes, so you want to get a start. Now is the time. So without further ado, let's get into your Shangodiac. We're going to start actually with kind of like maybe how things have been up until this point. All right. And then we're going to look at some forecasts, and we're going to see also some other little things here. Okay. Interesting. And I'm just looking around, okay, because it's very interesting here. You guys got that shit too, huh? Crazy. Okay, let's get into it. Something has definitely been birthed in many of you Pisces' lives. It could be an actual child. It could be something else. Could be spiritual revelations, you know. Could be spiritual growth of some kind that has been birthed, spurned, if you will. Could be that of something else, okay? But as you see, we was looking also, a lot of you, almost said, a lot of you Pisces have began to start a new form of security, okay? A new form of security. This can also mean cash or some form of getting cash or whatever, okay? But it doesn't have to always do with cash. It can also be within a relationship. You know, sometimes you think you know what the other person's doing. They think they know what you're doing or what your intent was. Y'all can be both completely fucking wrong, looking like assholes. And then you finally reach an aha moment where you can actually talk with that person and be like, yo, so this is how you really been feeling like that? Wow, like, you know. And what it does is it opens up new doors, okay? New understandings, new levels of connection, new densities of connections between you and this other person, to whereas now we can no longer go back to who we were because we're on another level now. So I do feel something like that has happened for some of you Pisces, all right? Some of you Pisces have had statics either with the job, saying no to a job. I do feel like some of you Pisces have also been in your Pisces world, and you're smack dab in the middle of a kind of like a spiritual initiation, if you will. And as we always say on Shango Ray TV, I like to demystify that word and just make it something very, very simple, bite-sized that you can easily take down, okay? Spiritual initiation equals letting go of some shit that's been hindering you, that's been hindering your personal growth, okay? And some of us do fight tooth and nail to keep it. Hey, you know, it happens, okay? So, but that's kind of what I see some of you guys were also wrestling with. Sometimes you guys are wrestling with not even so much the outside world and what he said and she said or what they did and who did and whatever. It's your own internal wrestling that you do the best. That you get wrapped up in the most, okay? So now this is something I find very fascinating. Okay. Five of diamonds reversed. So this is for the Pisces who've actually been kind of like trying to be more on their self awareness type tip, as opposed to the Pisces who are just like, I'm right and that's it. Because those type of fish are going to just be destined to end up on a grill somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're tilapia. Those are the tilapia Pisces. You know what I'm saying? We ain't fucking with those tilapia Pisces. But if you have been saying, hey, you know what? I do want to understand myself more. And if you are able to take different perspectives in your life, step back, look at the whole thing, not just your thing, and then jump in their shoes, jump in their shoes, jump in their shoes, get a well-rounded perspective on things. Okay, because what this is saying is what levels, not levels, what areas of your life are now liabilities. And I mean that first and foremost internally, because a lot of you Pisces do have certain isms and schisms in your head that needs to just be shat out. Okay, we're talking about like explosive diuretic shat out, just poof, all right, cannonball or cannon spray, okay, out. Because what this has kind of been doing, and I feel like you have felt like this, is you're kind of like going into debt. Yes, this can also be manifesting financially, okay? But as far as on the internal level, I do feel that a lot of you Pisces are coming out of a space, or maybe leading up to right now. There's been a lot of times where you've been feeling like, yo, you know, I've been giving, but the more I give, the return is becoming small. There's a term for that, okay, but it's escaping me right now. But the law of what the hell is it called? The law of whatever it is. But there is a law that states that there comes a point in anything and everything where the more that you give, it's like you will get less returns. You know, and sometimes this, I feel what they're telling me, what they're showing me, and what I'm feeling is that this is also referring to some of you Pisces. Some of you Pisces have these values, okay? These things that you won't break, okay? These personal things, okay? Everybody has them. But yours have been costing you. Also costing you time. If you've been arguing with somebody, you know, misunderstandings and shit like that. All these misunderstandings are most likely due also to a lot of this internal shit. When I say a value, what I'm simply saying is something that's important to you. Okay. So, an example would be if you're a woman and you've been pounded over the head as you grew up that it's bad to be a fucking puta, okay, or a slut, okay. Got to be a virtuous lady, you know, hold that aspirin between your knees, you know what I'm saying? In other words, keep your legs closed if you're a little slow. Um, but as you grow up, you might find, hey man, now it's like my inner freak has been so relegated. I'm like a cold fish. You know what I'm saying? So that would be an example of something that was given to you, and you've held that, and this is very important to me, and this is how I conduct myself, and this blah 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 blah. But there may be a time where, you know, you need to express yourself sexually, and this thing is kind of in the way, or maybe we need to alter this now. You know, you get the point. Okay, let's move on to what's happening though. Some of you Pisces who are single are going to find yourself in a relationship. Yep, all dreamy and shit, just like you Pisces like it. See them all in the clouds and shit. Yeah, just like you like it. Now, for some, this could also be, you know, just a sexual relationship. I am feeling more of a stronger tug on the fact that it could be, a legitimized relationship. You know, a very legitimized relationship. What I found interesting, though, is some of you Pisces here are going to finally make that move that you have been procrastinating about. And I say that because this actually came out in the last reading I just did. And this also has to do with, for whatever the reasons, there are certain things that a lot of us may be intimidated to do. It may just seem overwhelming in our head. We may have built it up to where it's just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, oh, I don't have everything, or what? I don't know, whatever the excuse is. But it is the gateway through your action, okay, to the next level. And deep inside, you want to feel like you're progressing as well. You want to feel like, hey, at least I'm going that way. So, whatever that means for you, guess what? If you're that one, if you're not the tilapia Pisces, you're going to be doing that finally. So, props to you on that. All right. Uh, and this also includes a balancing of some of your values that you've had. Okay, like I just used in the past example, right? That was a very crude, like rough example, but that would be like, well, you know what? It's okay if I become the total slut whore for my chosen lover. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. You know, you can make amendments to your values as well. Okay, you can make amendments to your values as well. Also, things financially, the six think sex, uh, coming together like butt cheeks, okay, balancing out, continuing to balance out. Very, very nice. Any problems, any glitches, you have the ability to overcome, to circumvent, to whatever you want to call it. Things is going to be cool, so you don't have to worry, okay? Um, I do feel like some of you Pisces are going to be moving into a new home. Definitely moving into a new home. Emotionally, I think some of your closest relationships are going to be going to that next level. Okay. You guys got this shit too. This is uncanny. I think this came up this last one I just did too. But you guys got this also. And I thoroughly shuffled. So this is also on top. This is more love, more closeness, more whatever. And that can be whether you're in your singular relationship or whether you guys are swimming around, just shooting eggs everywhere. Okay. Either or. All right. Uh, I got to say this, though. And of course, this is like common sense, but common sense ain't always that common. Okay. But you guys got this card as well. Okay. They're strongly encouraging me to say this, so I'm gonna say it. This is also a card of, what do I really want? This is also about breaking out of the status quo. Some of you guys are doing things you feel you have to do. You needs to know you have the power to shift channels. Okay, I say channels as in a TV channel. Like, I don't like what's on here. Let me switch to another one. Oh, okay, I like this better. All right. Being caught up in certain ways for so long, it's time to figure out, what do you really fucking want. Also, they're just showing me that this would help you out so much right here from here on out, especially throughout the end of this year or throughout the holidays, all that. What do I really want? It's very important for you, and you needs to figure that shit out. Okay, I don't want to say need to, but it would so greatly behoove you to do so. Okay, my fishy friend. Also, I got to commend some of you Pisces out there too, because slowly but surely you have been doing work on becoming just more aware of what thoughts swim through your head. Okay, which is so important, because some of you Pisces, one little fishy thought can pull you off, and next thing you know, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually an awesome thing. And we want to encourage you actually to keep on doing that. Keep on tapping in. Keep on just being aware. Just being aware of what's going on. Understanding, really internalizing the fact that you are not your thoughts. You're not that fishy thought. You're not that fishy thought. Like, you're not. Okay? Even though the illusionary aspect of the way these thoughts happen and the way that we experience them will have us believing that we are, and we are not these thoughts. So that has been your Shangodiac. Peace and many blessings to all you fish fucks out there. Love each and every one of you. All right. We will be having more probably later on today. I think Taurus is in the pike too, and then some until we equal 12. All right. So peace and blessings to everybody. We will catch you on next one.